Hello everyone and welcome to Biz Sagas. Today, we bring you the fascinating story of Apple, one of the most iconic and successful companies in the world. From its humble beginnings in a garage to becoming a global technology giant, join us on this exciting journey through time. It all started in a garage in Los Altos, California. Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne combined their knowledge and expertise in electronics and computing to found Apple Computer Company in April 1976. The chemistry between the founders was key. Steve Jobs, a visionary with marketing and sales skills, Steve Wozniak, an engineering and hardware design genius, and Ronald Wayne, a graphic designer and electronics expert, although his involvement in the company would be short-lived. Together, they built the Apple I, the company's first product, a personal computer that they sold as a hand-assembled kit. Wozniak designed the hardware, Jobs contributed his sales skills, and Wayne designed Apple's first logo, depicting Isaac Newton sitting under an apple tree. With a limited budget and no business experience, the Apple founders began selling the Apple I to local electronics stores and computer enthusiasts. To finance the production of the Apple I, Jobs sold his Volkswagen van, and Wozniak sold his Hewlett-Packard calculator. Despite initial challenges and Ronald Wayne's resignation from the company in its early days, Apple managed to sell approximately 200 units of the Apple I. This was only the beginning of a long and successful history in the world of technology. In 1977, just 1 year after the release of the Apple I, Apple introduced the world to the Apple II, a revolutionary personal computer designed by Steve Wozniak. This machine was a breakthrough compared to its predecessor, featuring a plastic case, built-in power supply, and support for color graphics. The Apple II was an instant success. Thanks to its ease of use and versatility, it became the best-selling personal computer of the 70s and 80s. The Apple II was quickly adopted by schools, homes, and businesses, establishing Apple as a leader in the emerging personal computer market. As the company grew, Apple also began to expand globally. In 1978, Apple opened its first international office in Tokyo, Japan, followed by offices in France and Germany in 1979. During this stage, Apple also introduced innovations in software. In 1979, they launched VisiCalc, the first electronic spreadsheet for personal computers. VisiCalc was a resounding success and contributed to increasing sales of the Apple II by demonstrating that personal computers could be useful tools in the business world. As the company grew, so did its team. Apple began hiring more employees to meet growing demand and to develop new products and technologies. The success of the Apple II was just the beginning of a series of innovations that would mark the evolution of Apple and the personal computer industry. But like any great company, Apple would also face challenges and internal conflicts. As Apple grew and established itself in the market, it also faced the need for more professional and experienced management. In 1983, Steve Jobs decided it was time to bring in a leader with business world experience to lead the company. That's when John Sculley, a PepsiCo executive, was hired as Apple's CEO. Jobs and Sculley seemed to get along well at first. Jobs' famous line to convince Sculley to join Apple was, "Do you want to spend the rest of your life selling sugared water? Or do you want a chance to change the world?" However, tensions between the two soon began to emerge. Jobs' vision for Apple and its future projects, such as the development of the Macintosh computer, often clashed with Sculley's more conservative ideas and those of other company executives. These tensions became more apparent with the launch of the Apple Lisa in 1983, a project Jobs had been working on before being sidelined due to differences with the team. Lisa was an advanced computer for its time but proved to be a commercial failure due to its high price and lack of compatible software. Meanwhile, Jobs focused on the development of the Macintosh, which would be launched in 1984. The Macintosh was a revolutionary computer, with its compact and innovative design and the introduction of the Graphical User Interface (GUI) system. The Macintosh launch was accompanied by the iconic 1984 commercial, directed by Ridley Scott, which aired during Super Bowl XVIII. Despite the initial success of the Macintosh, tensions between Jobs and Scully, as well as other internal issues, would continue to affect Apple. As internal conflicts and differences of opinion intensified within Apple, the relationship between Steve Jobs and John Scully quickly deteriorated. Tensions reached a peak in 1985, when Scully and Apple's board of directors decided to strip Jobs of his management responsibilities. Disillusioned and frustrated, Steve Jobs resigned from the company he had co-founded with Steve Wozniak and Ronald Wayne. In an open letter to the Apple community, Jobs wrote, "I am leaving the company I love to start anew." Jobs' departure was a pivotal moment in Apple's history. Without its co-founder and visionary leader, the company found itself at a crossroads and needed to find a new direction. After leaving Apple, Jobs did not give up. He founded Next, a company dedicated to the development of cutting-edge computer workstations. Although Next never achieved significant commercial success, it pioneered many technologies that would become industry standards years later. In addition to Next, Jobs also acquired a small animation company called the Graphics Group, which would later become Pixar Animation Studios. Over time, Pixar became an animation giant, creating box office hits like Toy Story, Monsters, Inc., and Finding Nemo. Meanwhile, Apple continued its journey without Jobs. The company launched new products, such as the Apple III and Lisa, but none of these achieved the same level of success as the Apple II and Macintosh. During Steve Jobs' absence, Apple attempted to maintain its market position with a series of new releases. One of the most notable products was the Macintosh Plus, released in 1986, which offered more memory, a faster floppy drive, and a SCSI port for connecting external devices. However, despite these advances, Apple faced growing competition in the personal computer market. Companies like IBM, Compaq, and later Dell began to gain ground with their products based on the Microsoft Windows operating system. As Apple lost market share, it also grappled with internal problems. The lack of a clear vision and strategic direction led the company to develop a large number of products that often competed with each other, confusing customers and diluting the Apple brand. In addition, Apple also experienced changes in its leadership. John Scully was replaced as CEO by Michael Spindler in 1993, and then by Gil Amelio in 1996. However, these changes failed to turn the company's situation around. During this time, Apple also tried to venture into other markets, such as video game consoles with the Apple Pippin and handheld devices with the Newton, a personal digital assistant, PDA. Despite being innovative, these products did not achieve significant commercial success. By the late 1990s, Apple was in a precarious financial situation. The company had accumulated significant losses and was on the verge of bankruptcy. The solution to save Apple would come from a familiar face. In 1997, in an attempt to save Apple from bankruptcy, CEO Gil Amelio made a decision that would change the company's course forever, acquiring Next, Steve Jobs' company. The acquisition not only brought innovative technology to Apple, but also marked the return of Jobs to the company he had co-founded. Although Jobs initially returned as an advisor, it quickly became apparent that his leadership and vision were needed to rescue Apple. In July 1997, Gil Amelio was ousted, and Steve Jobs was named Apple's interim CEO, a position he would take on permanently in 2000. Jobs' return to Apple was a turning point in the company's history. With a renewed focus on innovation, design, and simplicity, Jobs began to transform Apple from a company on the brink of bankruptcy to one of the most successful technology companies in the world. One of Jobs' first decisions was to simplify Apple's product line, eliminating redundant products and focusing attention on a limited number of devices. This strategy allowed Apple to concentrate its resources on the development of innovative and high-quality products. Jobs' return not only affected Apple but also left an indelible mark on the technology industry. Under his leadership, the company would launch a series of iconic products that would change the way we live, work, and communicate. In 1998, Apple introduced the world to the iMac, an all-in-one desktop computer with a futuristic and colorful design. The iMac was an immediate success, thanks to its attractive appearance and ease of use. This launch marked the beginning of a new era of design and innovation for Apple. With the success of the iMac, Apple continued to launch innovative products that captured the public's attention. In 2001, the company introduced the iPod, a portable digital music player with storage capacity never before seen in devices of its size. The iPod changed the way we listen to music and transformed Apple into a leader in the consumer electronics market. In 2003, Apple launched the iTunes Music Store, an online music sales service that allowed users to purchase and download songs legally. This service quickly became the leading online music retailer and laid the foundation for future music streaming services. Apple didn't stop there. In 2007, the company revolutionized the mobile phone market with the launch of the iPhone, a device that combined a mobile phone, music player, and internet browsing device in one unit. The iPhone became an unprecedented success and redefined the smartphone industry. In 2010, Apple introduced the world to the iPad, a tablet that combined the portability of a smartphone with the power of a laptop. The iPad was another great success for the company and opened the door to a new tablet market. However, while Apple enjoyed the success of its products, Steve Jobs' health was rapidly deteriorating. In August 2011, Jobs resigned as Apple's CEO and was succeeded by Tim Cook. Just a few months later, in October 2011, Steve Jobs passed away. Jobs' death was an emotional moment for Apple and the technology world in general. His legacy as a visionary and leader has left a profound impact on the company and the industry. Under Tim Cook's leadership, Apple has continued to innovate and expand into new markets. The company has launched successful products such as the Apple Watch, a smartwatch, and the iPhone X, which celebrated the iPhone's 10th anniversary with revolutionary design and technology. In addition, Apple has invested in areas such as artificial intelligence, augmented reality, and renewable energy, demonstrating its commitment to innovation and sustainability. Despite facing challenges and controversies, such as the iPhone slowdown and growing competition in the market, Apple has proven to be resilient and has maintained its position as one of the most valuable technology companies in the world. From its humble beginnings in a garage to becoming a tech giant, Apple has gone through ups and downs throughout its history. Its legacy of innovation and design has left an indelible mark on our lives, and the future of the company promises to continue surprising us. Throughout Apple's history, we've seen how the company has faced challenges, taken risks, and significantly changed the world of technology. For subscribers of our channel interested in entrepreneurship, here are some tips inspired by Apple's journey. Have a clear vision. Steve Jobs and Apple always had a clear vision of what they wanted to achieve. Having a vision helps you stay focused and make decisions that bring you closer to your goals. Find your purpose and let it guide your actions. Innovate constantly. Apple has shown that innovation is key to success in the business world. Don't settle for what already exists. Constantly seek to improve and create products or services that change people's lives. Focus on quality and user experience. Apple has been known for its high-quality products and focus on user experience. Make sure your product or service is the best in its category and that your customers love it. Don't be afraid to fail. Apple's history shows us that failure is often an essential part of the path to success. Don't be discouraged when facing difficulties. Learn from them and move forward. Surround yourself with talented people. Apple has succeeded thanks to the talent and dedication of its team. Make sure you surround yourself with people who share your vision and are willing to work hard to achieve your goals. Adjust to changes. Over the years, Apple has managed to adapt to changes in the industry and the market. Being open to change and being able to evolve is essential for staying relevant and successful in the business world. In summary, Apple's success teaches us the importance of vision, innovation, quality, perseverance, teamwork, and adaptability. By applying these principles to your own venture, you can increase your chances of success and leave a mark on the world, just like Apple did. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey through Apple's history. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more exciting stories about companies and their impact on the world. See you next time.